Word of mouth worked in my small town. It worked in a big town. I think I'm just going to rely on word of mouth for the rest of the world and the country. Wherever that gets me is fine. But don't let that discourage you from promoting yourself, because everybody is promoting what they do, and you need to somehow get attention. It just happened to work out for me that word of mouth and reputation amongst this person, that person, or that person is working out for me. I have a song that I do want to play, but I want to ask, does anybody have any questions? You want to ask me something? Raise your hand. Back here, yeah. And speak up.
Can you play the Aladdin song?
The which one?
Aladdin.
Aladdin? Yeah, that's the one we're in. Your mind reader. How do you know that? Yeah, because it's a great song. And anybody else? How many pianists do we have in here? Good. How about singers? Yeah, right on. How about guitarists? How about bassoon players? How about the country saw? Anybody play washtub? Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you have to watch the animation as you're playing? If you do, how do you watch the music and watch the animation to get the timing right?
Well, you know, they just got the animation on there in the back. Basically, if you have a little bit of time while you're playing, you can look to your right and count the rest. You can see a little bit of the animation. But you're really not supposed to watch it because you got the music right in front of you. They give you click, 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 like 8 beats to the front. And all you are is focused in on the music. And the composer already wrote it so that it matches the animation. Yeah. And so if you play it exactly the way they wrote it, it'll be great. And most of the time in TV, we would do just a single take. Sometimes it'd be like 50 different pieces to play in a day for a single take or a second take. And it kind of blew me away because I met musicians in the studios that I grew up idolizing. And one said, "Hey, my name's this and that." I said, "Hey, yeah, my name's this." He said, "Oh, did you ever hear this band back in the day?" I said, "Yeah, I listen to you all the time." It was always like that. I was like, "Really?" So I'm meeting all these great musicians that have played with all these great groups that have been involved with, and they were just regular people that knew how to read music really well, play cards in it. So that led to a career of playing on more. What's that? Oh, I heard that. So I thought I heard a question. Okay. So, but one thing led to another, and the important thing to remember was that my responsibility was to make sure I always took care of what I had to take care of to do the job. And then second, to just say yes when somebody asks me to do something, and walk through the door. You walk through the door, you do a good job, they call you back again. So that's how it all worked out for me. I'll tell you what I'd like to do right on the close. This gentleman mentioned Aladdin, and he was reading my mind, and this kind of wraps it all together for me because I was talking about unity. And as a child and as a musician, it always turned me on when there was music and there were ideas that brought people together instead of separating them. And any time I heard something like that, I went in that direction. what brings people together, what can we all do to make it a better world. And so that's kind of like a little personal philosophy. So I did play on Aladdin, and I did play on the theme, A Whole New World. Okay, so my world growing up, in terms of, how things worked out for me naturally, is different from your world, because you have other things that you grow up with, other ways of socializing and getting together, I'm just as addicted to my phone as anybody else. But what's really cool, when I look around, hardly anybody's looking at their phone. That must mean I must be saying something you're like listening to, So I really commend you on that, for sure. So what I'd like to do is do and I've never done this before either. Most of my concerts, whenever I do concerts, my own concerts, it's, I've never done this before. Every single piece. This is the first time I've done this. This is the first time I've done this. There's nothing like doing things the first time. You can do as many things as possible, but there's nothing like trying out the new thing. And trying out the new synthesis of what you're going to do. Trying out your next leap. Trusting yourself to go and be creative. Trusting what you have to make a new statement. Trusting your verbal abilities to stand up in front of people and say, I'm not sure what I'm going to say, but let me tell you what's important to me. And just trust it. Trusting and enjoying doing the new thing. So what I would like to do in closing is I started out with, I think I started out with Mary Had a Little Lamb, and Mary Had a Little Pink Floyd, and then I went into talking to you why Gershwin was great for me, and then I talked to you a little bit about my career. And then we have this beautiful song called A Whole New World, and I talked about the Rhapsody. So what I'd like to do is do like a 5 or 10 minute version that I make up for you of put your name of choice in. Mary, John, Joe, George, Phoenicia. Yeah, Phoenicia has a whole new world. Okay? We have a whole new world. I have a whole new world in front of me. And so I'm going to use that tune from A Whole New World and basically do a whole new rhapsody on A Whole New World for you. And it's something I haven't done before, but like I said, when I do presentations, I always like to do things I haven't done before. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you had a good time here. And I'm going to take a little longer with this piece, maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes, because I want to develop it a little more carefully, so that it sounds more like a sonata movement, or maybe like a song from a musical or something. So what I want to do is start with it gently, and I want to do some variations, and then I want to end it with kind of like a classical sounding, rap sounding, musical, melodic sounding Whole New World, and bring all those styles together that I asked you about. How's that sound? Yeah, thanks. Yeah, great. This is fun. I'm having a great time. And thank you for being so attentive. And I hope some of this inspired you a little bit. It inspires me to go back and talk about how things have gone and what steps came after what, and be able to share them with young people, old people, middle-aged, anybody. So here's a rhapsody in A Whole New World. And thank you. Thank you for having me here. you all. Thank you all for being so great. Now go out there and do your thing. Thank you. So who all are you? Good. Glad. Say hi.
Is this Julian?